Now, there are, of course, lots of celebration cakes, but what I loved about that one was the honey and the way that it lasts longer, or makes the cake last longer. And this recipe is very similar, but instead of honey, I'm going to use treacle.
This is my spiced oatmeal and treacle cake.
Now for this, first of all, I'm going to use some softened butter and some brown sugar, because the basis of this is black treacle and it gives it really a unique flavour.
Add an egg into the mix and then the spices.
Firstly, I'm going to use some ginger and then nutmeg. Nutmeg's quite a strong spice, so we use almost about half as much. And then mixed spice or allspice. I love this in cakes. It's got a real depth of flavour, Christmassy pudding, Christmas cake. Mix that together. Self-raising flour. And then at the same time, I can add about 2 tablespoons of milk. And then black treacle. Now this is where you get a real depth of flavour, and of course, with the black treacle, you're going to get the colour. Either way, the use of treacle in a cake, this is going to make it last longer. It's going to make it more moist, a bit like the honey cake. It's one of these cakes that improves with age.
Add some oats to the mixture, then spread the mix into a square cake tin.
And also any cake that you've mixed that hasn't got air beaten into it, that's relying on self-raising flour or a baking powder as a rising agent, you can actually just drop it before it goes in the oven. That way it'll spread the mixture out into the corners. And then this needs to go in the oven 350 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 170 degrees centigrade, for about 40 minutes. Now with this, I thought I'd do just some simple poached pears and a syrup. The main flavouring from golden syrup, and you need quite a bit.
Heat it in a pan and then add the same spices used in the cake: ginger, nutmeg and allspice.
And then all I'm going to do is add some cider into the syrup. And this will create a lovely sauce to go with our cake. So all you want to do is bring this syrup to the boil, just to mainly cook out the spices, really. That's all we're doing. And at the same time, I can prepare our pears.
Peel the pears, slice them in half and core them. Poach them in a simple syrup made from water, sugar and lemon juice. Vanilla pods will add another delicate flavour.
Now the secret of this syrup is, although you've got the cider in there, you want to reduce that liquid down. And then the pears, they only take about sort of 15 minutes to gently poach.
The vanilla pod will really add to the flavour of this dish, and like the honey cake, this one also improves with age.
And this is the cake that I baked yesterday. It's lovely and moist. It's starting to get even more moist on the top. And the longer I keep that, the better it is. And it'll last for about a week, really.
Place a piece of the cake on your plate. Drizzle over the sauce and serve with a pear and a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And there you have it, my spiced oatmeal and treacle cake with vanilla ice cream and poached pears.
It's really the spice and the oats in here that make it. It really is delicious.